Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Billy with Crafting Cake with Billy. I am super excited to have you guys here with me today, and Happy New Year. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm super excited you are here with me, as well as all of my other crafty friends. I'm glad you're back. I am so happy that we are ready to craft again for 2023. I enjoyed the Christmas crafting, but to be honest with you, I have so missed crafting with pink. You guys know I love pink, and it's been hard to kind of break outside of my box and do Christmas crafting. But I'm so happy to have the lace back, and the pink and the pearls and the bling. Oh my goodness. So today I'm going to share with you a junk journal that I have been working on for the past few weeks, and I made it from a vintage book that I found from my favorite vintage bookstore or thrifty bookstore that I talk about all the time. And I was actually watching the news the other day. I digress. And they showed where a car had ran through the front of my thrifty bookstore. Thankfully, the person was okay, but, you know, I'm like, oh my goodness, my store's going to be closed. I can't go and look through books and, but what can you do? So anyway, I am going to jump into this junk journal in just a moment. I do want to show you a few things that are in this junk journal that I may not have time to actually go into detail, but they are in here. This is a swag pocket that I made, and I have one in here, and it, you can add tea or whatever. I do have the video that I will link below. This also is another little envelope pocket that I made that has several little pockets and then a back pocket. There's one of those in there, and again, I will link those videos, and this one actually goes into the back of this journal, and it's all lacy. And this card I made from a paper bag, so you can actually see that this is a paper bag. And there's two pockets here. So I wanted to show you guys that. And then there's a belly band there on the back. So I wanted to go ahead and show you guys that. Those videos will be linked below for your convenience. I hope you go back and check those out. Now we're gonna jump into this romantic junk journal. And Valentine's Day is next month, so I thought I would go ahead and craft a little something for Valentine's. So this is my vintage romantic junk journal, and it is full. As you can see, it's stuffed with goodies. I didn't even put a tie on it yet because it's just, look, it's got stuff flying out. I tell you, I try my hardest to stick to certain papers that I'm gonna use so it doesn't get so full, but I have the hardest time. Like, I love papers so much, and then I'm thinking, oh, I want to add that, I want to add that, I want to add that, and then a few hours later you have this. So but I still love it. It's stuffed and I love it. This is a 2 signature journal, and believe it or not, I believe this is the smallest journal that I have ever made. It measures 5.5 by 8.5. So this is the cover, and there is a lace flip tag that I made here that I added to the cover. I'll add that video in my link below. And I did add this beautiful little flower or bow that was sent to me, and this cute little stick pin to my tag. And then here is a mini envelope here, and there's a pocket on the front. So there's some flat back pearls there. I covered it with a coffee dyed placemat that was sent to me from Dale. Thank you so much, Dale. And then a string of pearls there. The spine has a beautiful pendant and then 3 hearts. And then here are the 2 signatures that I sewed in. There is a ring dangle that I made, and it has all sorts of fibers here. It has a dangle, a beaded dangle. I'll have the tutorial linked below if you're interested. A wooden tag that I made, and it says made with love. I will have that linked below. Some pretty beads. And on the back is a pocket, which I didn't add anything into. There's a lace pocket with some flat back pearls. I'll add something there so that you can see that there's a pocket. And then here is a cluster that I made. All right, so if you see anything in this journal that you find interesting, it will be linked below. However, a couple of things I don't have videos on yet, but I will very, very soon. So this is the story of Harriet and Joseph. The love story of Harriet and Joseph. So this is a vintage book, so I made up a vintage story. The love of Harriet and Joseph from so many years ago. So Harriet is in the front cover of this beautiful journal, and we will find Joseph later on in this beautiful romantic junk journal. So this is Harriet, and then I added a beautiful little tag there and inked around the picture. And then here is a little tag that says love. I just love the look of torn edges with ink. It's just wonderful. So I added a cluster here that I made. And down here, a little sign that says, "You will forever be my always." And then here is a doily and some lace. Okay, and then she goes back into the pocket. This journal is super thick, so I'm hoping I can do this in time. I might have to really go fast, but so here is some of the handmade paper that was sent to me by Dale, and then a torn pocket there, as you can see. And then there is a tag here in the back that I won't pull out because I might have a hard time putting it back in. I added some lace and this cute little tie, this little bow that Liana, I believe, sent me. And then a cute little button there. And then here is a envelope pocket, and just has a cute little journal card in there. And then from the top, there's a cute little card there. And then I'm gonna stick this back in the top if I can. Okay, so here is an envelope here, and I added a little shaker pocket there with some flowers, and it tucks right there in the corner. There's a beautiful little tag here, and then some fibers that I got from my vintage chair in my she shed. You know, crafters, crafters can find things anywhere. So that's actually some of the fibers from the top of my vintage chair in the she shed. So, okay, and then on this side, I have some coffee dyed paper that I also dyed with some food coloring. This little altered paper clip that was sent to me from a crafty friend, but it has this pretty little dress on there. Isn't that pretty? Love it. And then I added a belly band here that says, "When you wore a tulip and I wore a big red rose." So I had to add a big red rose. And then here is a tulip. And then I just cut out this little piece that has the roses and looks like a peony or something. So there's a little heart. And then here is some paper that I stamped on right here. Am I in frame? Okay. Okay, on this side, I added a belly band with a 2 of hearts. And then I made this little envelope, and it has where your treasure is, there your heart will be also, Matthew 6:21. So this is a little belly band, and it's also an envelope. Okay. I think I need to add a little bit more glue. It's coming up a little bit. So just a place for writing there. So there's my belly band. There's my envelope that goes behind there. And there's some stamping that I did. There's some, on this side is some pink coffee dye paper. Some doily, white paper doily. And then right here is some more coffee dyed paper, as you can see. Okay, I also added this little piece there that says "At Last." This opens up for writing. And then here is a rose and a torn "I love you" sticker that opens up for writing. And then here's an envelope here. And then here we find Joseph. So here's Joseph. And Joseph is Harriet's love interest. So I'm gonna stick Joseph back in his little envelope. He's all dressed up for Harriet. Okay, so in the next page I have a pocket here with a little tag that says I'll always love you forever and always, all that stuff. And then I have a side pocket here with a button and some polka dot trim, and it has one of the vintage phones and the little vintage chairs. And there's a rose there and some coffee dyed paper for writing. This is the middle of the first signature. And there's the string for that. And so I added some vintage paper here and inked around it with a cute little flower there and some rose trim. On the next page, I made a little flip here, and it has an applique with a button there at the bottom. It flips up, and then here's some vintage paper. This flips out, and there's spaces for writing on some lined paper. So that flips back in, and this flips back down. And then this is a cute little pack of little papers, torn papers that were given to me from a crafty friend. And it has a button there at the top that I added and a little key there. Some more dyed paper with a heart. And this is actually another spot that you could add something to, like right behind there. Okay, this is a cute little fussy cut flower. And I added a tag from a crafty friend in there. Isn't that cute? So that tucks right behind there. Okay, I also added a corner pocket, a little corner tuck here. And that comes right off. Added some lace and some tulle, some cheesecloth. And it looks like that. I will be doing a tutorial on that one. Here's some cute little items there. But I thought the tulle looked nice with this little paper doily. And then there's a little key square there. And then some dyed paper. And then I added some lace and some beautiful little buttons. I love buttons. Here's another piece of vintage paper, and it says notes. I added a tag here. It opens up to some handmade papers and some dyed pink paper. Over here, I have a flag here with a cute little bird stamp, and it has 2 little tags for writing. I also added a die cut of some flowers there, and it's on some lined paper. Here's another, I think this is a peony. I love that paper though. And it's from Stamperia, I believe, the Stamperia collection. So here's a belly band here, and I made a double belly band. So there's a belly band there, and then one there. There's a stamped tag that I made with the butterfly. There's some hearts, and then here's a little flip up I inked. So I'm gonna stick this back behind there. And then we're gonna go to the next page. And this is a small pocket here, and it has the torn edge with a cute little mini envelope. And I do have a video on these as well that I'll link below, but it's just some coffee dye papers on the inside. Okay. And then as we go on, there is some pink dyed paper, another corner pocket, corner tuck there with a rose circle. Here is a love pocket, and I added a spot of tea, and it smells so delightful. This is not really for use, just for the smell. I love it. Smells a bit minty. So, okay, now, oh, there's a pocket here. And inside that pocket is this beautiful, I love this paper. It's just so gorgeous. And I just made a little cluster there on the corner, and then there's a cutout there, a die cut, and I added some coffee dye paper and some food coloring paper just for writing. So I'll stick that back in its home. I added a pocket here, and it says happy memories with some lace here, some burlap, and then a button, and it goes right back in there. And so I have a couple of roses there, and then I made an envelope out of a piece of love paper that I inked around, and I just folded it into an envelope, and then some paper for writing. Okay, and then I have this little cluster paper here that I used my corner or edge punch to make this beautiful design. There's a cluster here, and then there's some beautiful lace there. And then there is a corner pocket here with memories are forever. I stamped there on that paper. There's also a pocket here that's holding this tag, these 2 tags. I'm not gonna pull these tags out because I think I'm gonna have a hard time putting them in, but you can see. So I also made a few more of these, the little flags, and I just flipped them upside down and made a pocket. And then I added this little lined paper for writing, and it's actually on lined paper for writing. Okay, and on this page is another pocket. I'm sorry, another pocket and a tag, some vintage paper there, some coffee dyed paper with some rickrack and pretty roses, a side music pocket there with a pretty tag, and I just fussy cut that out and inked around it. Here's some dyed paper here and that pretty little sticker. And I also made an envelope there. This is just has the tag and a little spot for writing. And it also has an envelope that I made. It has some coffee dyed paper in it. And I added a little butterfly stamp and some hearts there. I hope that Harriet appreciates, no, I hope that Joseph appreciates all the hard work Harriet put into this journal. Oh, okay, so here's another cute little envelope that has some music paper, the number 8. And then this cute little postcard, and I just added some rose trim and a string of pearls. It has a side pocket here with some lace that I got from, I cut from some curtains. Here is a cute little dangle, and if I'm not mistaken, I think I got this from Mary Roberts. I'm not really sure. So there is a cute little love dangle there. And then this is a card that flips out for writing. Some postage scrap paper, some coffee dyed papers that I made. This is a pocket that I made as well, and an embossed little card that I made and inked around, and it says, "You have my whole heart for my whole life." And it tucks in there. This is a beautiful little tag that was sent to me from a crafty friend. I love it. It is stitched and it's beautiful. And then this card here says, "A true love story never ends." And then there is a cute little corner pocket that I made there on some coffee dyed papers. And I wanted that stitching to be seen, so I kind of left it that way. And then here is another cute little card here with some lace and a rose. And then there's a little pocket here that you can actually stick something behind. And it opens. And there's just a little card there for writing. And also another little tag that someone made me with all this beautiful stitching. I love it. I love all the little frayed edges. It just makes me happy. Thank you so much. If you see anything that you contributed to this journal in here, leave me a note at the bottom. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. There's some stamping here that I did, 1, 4, 3. And then some hearts there. Some vintage paper. This is the middle of the second signature. And I actually did made a couple of little bead dangles there. If you can see those. Little key there on both ends, some pearls, some beads, all of the yummies. Okay, on this one, there's just a little sign that says love. And then I made 2 side pockets for little tags there. And then the 2 hearts. Okay. And then here's some more coffee dyed paper with the pocket. And another one of those beautiful tags. Love, love them. And I just added a heart there at the bottom. And it tucks right here in its little spot. Here's one of those envelopes with the pockets that I was showing you earlier. And that's tucked in here. I'll sit it to the side so it doesn't fall out while I'm showing you the rest. But we're almost at the end. Here is another side pocket here with a tag that was sent to me from a crafty friend. She collaged this so beautifully. And it went with the colors. So I was like, this is just perfect. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Just going to go back into its home. And then here is a glassine bag that I stamped on. And I added this cute little card here. Place for writing. Just inked it there for some age. And I'm gonna slip this back in here. Okay, this page, some beautifully coffee dyed paper for writing. And then another piece of coffee dyed paper. So I coffee dyed the paper and then I added some color to it. So that's how I made this. And then I added a floral sticker there and part of an applique. So that's that paper. And then double roses for Harriet and Joseph. And a pocket here with a belly band. A torn piece of note paper. And then I added some pretty trim there at the top. So we are almost at the end, guys. We are at the end. And then here is a side tuck here with a couple of little pieces there for writing. Just thought that was really pretty. And then I added a coffee pocket here. I'm sorry, not coffee, tea. Added another little tea purse here. And it has this beautiful paper with a bird and a flower and a heart. And it has some tea there in the pocket. A couple of buttons and some lace. And he sticks right here in the back. There's a card. Little pocket there. And an applique. But yeah, that is my journal, and I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. I would love to hear from each and every one of you. I appreciate all of your support. Everyone. And if this is your first time to my channel, please take a moment to subscribe. And if you've been here for a while, you just haven't subscribed, I would love if you would do that. Thank you so very much for watching. Again, I will link all of the related videos below. So if you saw anything in this journal that you may be interested in making, I will link it in the description below. Also, go back and check out any of the videos that you may have missed. I have lots and lots of videos to choose from. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a super awesome day. All right, bye.